Hello Life players, my name is Camelange and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something slightly different. Normally when I do product reviews and unboxing I focus on English language products, but this time I found something kind of cool online. I was curious about it, so I imported it and I'm going to let you know if it's worth it or not. So this right here is a first anniversary book. I believe it's like a magazine or maybe an art book. I actually don't even know what's inside it other than the fact that it comes with these two cards, which is the main reason I got it. I have no idea if these are going to be published in English. I assume they eventually will be, and I would assume and hope that this book will be localized into English eventually, but just for the sake of getting it, and I figured I could use it as an excuse to make a video, I bought it. So let's talk about it. I'm going to take the plastic off first before I keep talking so that it doesn't sound awful. Okay, so now that that part's done, I got this off of Amazon Japan. I use a service called From Japan to be able to import it. Now, I don't have enough subscribers to be sponsored or anything like that, so I promise it's not a plug, but if you're interested, I'll leave the links to both the product page and the import service that I use in the description down below. And I'm going to be fully transparent about this. The price of the book itself is pretty cheap. When it converts into USD, it's $15.67. That's what I paid for it. In yen, that's 2,280 yen. Now, the import costs. From Japan has been very reliable to me. They've been a great service and I've continued to use it for a long time. But as you know, with the orange tariff, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. So just to get it shipped to me, it cost me more than the book itself. I spent $35. $35 for a $15 book. It sucks. If you're not the biggest fan, or if you're trying to save on money, I can't necessarily say it's a great investment to spend in total almost like, yeah, $50 on this one thing that will probably eventually get localized into English and you'll be able to get it cheaper. But that's why my channel's here, so I can do this stuff and you don't have to. And you can decide for yourself if you want to pay that cost or not, if you're a hardcore collector. So let's take a look at the contents. The main reason I really got this book was for the two cards that are inside. I assume that these will be localized in English eventually and that this book will be, and you can get it all later, but just for the sake of safety, I got it anyway. I don't know anything else about what's inside, so let's go ahead and take a closer look. I'm going to slide this banner off just to make sure it doesn't get damaged while I'm going through the book. But a lot of the Japan like light novels and magazines and stuff have this little kind of flyer around them that promotes what's on the inside. So here's a closer look. There's the promotion for the first Bloom Noel card and this Soraz card. I don't remember what the full title of this card translates to into English, but I see this card constantly in Japanese deck lists. So I assume it's a very strong card. It's going to become meta once it comes here. And this is just some general stuff about the card again. Just no fancy pictures. So let's go into the book itself. I love the cover. Obviously, it's the same art that's on the Soraz card, but it's just gorgeous. This is really, really beautiful, and they just look great. I love it. It's another great reason for me to get it, just because I like looking at it. If we flip it open, you can see some more holomem here on the inside flap, these being artworks of different Oshi cards. And we have this really cool inside spread that shows off this really beautiful artwork of different costumes and things like that for these holomem. It's very nice. And as we go through it, it just, like I said, I don't speak Japanese, so this isn't super helpful, and I'm not going to go through every page. But it seems like there's breakdowns of cards and card synergies that you see, like, you know, Stone Axe with Aki. We know that that has synergy, and we've got just like mascot cards and things like that. So my assumption is that it's breaking down just how some of these cards work together. Here's a bunch of artworks. It looks like we've got the entirety of Blooming Radiance card arts printed in here, which is very cool. And moving along, we jump ahead a bit. We got some promo cards here too. Very nice. I love that cheer. And the Oski cheer is very cute too. Oh, look at that. You can see like the full art spread that was before it was cropped to fit into the card. Some more looks at cards. Now we're moving to Quintet Spectrum. We can see the full list of Quintet Spectrum card art. Narissa Ravencroft. Now that's a good page. I'll have to bookmark that page. And here are some of the cool promo cheers from that set. I was lucky enough to pull a Maureen in one of my boxes. Looks like we got the cards that are specific to the start decks here as well, with a breakdown of those start decks. That's cool. We got some more special columns here. Is this an interview with Mori Calliope? It seems like an interview with Mori Calliope. Some upcoming looks at things that are already on Japan. So we've got like the regloss cards here, and I assume, yep, there we go. This is from the start deck, the upcoming start deck. So if you haven't seen what's coming, spoiler alert, I guess, but a pretty cool look at those cards. And we got the yellow cheer introduction here in this set as well. So now we are at Elite Spark, which we will be getting December very soon. Look at that, we got Corone. So yeah, this seems to just be mostly a book that depicts all the different card arts from the different expansions. It's very cool. It's kind of nice to have as reference, and it's a cool way to see if you have every card or not. It's kind of a fun way to track it too. This is Enchant Regalia, Narissa Ravencroft. I want this card so badly. But here's all the Enchant Regalia cards. Like I said, I'm not going to go through every single one. We do see Narissa Ravencroft here, but we also see this card, which I think we're going to get to in just a moment. I can feel the density of the pages changing. We get some more promos and things like that, more things in the back of the book, and here we go. So in this inside cover, you can see more Oshis and their card art, but it has this insert here that's actually like attached to the spine of the book. So I'm a little nervous. I don't want to mess up the book or the integrity of it, but I really want those cards. So you do have to, there's a little tear thing here that shows you where to rip it open. So it does seem necessary to cut this. I'm going to pause and then come back with this taken out of the book. I will do it. There is a dotted line here for where you cut. I cut it pretty much as close as I can without completely cutting off the tab. I'm also going to leave this in here. It's very deep into the page of the book and where it meets, so I don't want to ruin the spine. We're going to leave it there. I don't think it's meant to be ripped out like some of the, promotional posters and stuff sometimes are. So let's take a closer look in here. I also made sure to like shake this a few times so that I don't accidentally cut a card. There's also a slight adhesive in here, so I'm kind of slowly trying to pull away at that without getting too much of a tear into the art. You can also see the cards featured on the back here. That's pretty nice. Let's see. There's one card here. Keep the suspense going by seeing the back. And there's the other card. So now that's done, I'm going to go ahead and close the book. We get this wonderful image of Noelle here. It's the same art that's on the other card as well, but that's really great. I'm just going to leave her right here so we can appreciate that. So let's go to each card. I'm going to grab some sleeves because I actually expected these to be like in a promo plastic seal, but let me go get some sleeves. So I've got my perfect fit sleeves and these sturdy cases that I put my more valuable cards in until I'm ready to get them graded someday. So let's take a look at this first card. It is the Soraz card. Very nice. For safety, I'm going to start sleeving this right away, and then we'll take a close look at it and talk more about it. So here's a closer look at the card. Holographic, of course. It's a limited card, so you can only use it once per turn. It has this really nice first anniversary Hololive stamp on it. Something tells me that that will be exclusive to these books, and that this card will probably exist in an expansion, but without the stamp. So the holo and the stamp probably makes this more valuable. Here's one last really close look at the card and the art. Very pretty. Now let's get this in a case. Alright, nice and secure. I think the preferred way to get these graded is to put it in a penny sleeve, not a perfect fit sleeve, and then put it in a top loader. But like I said, I'm not ready to get these graded just yet, so I've just been storing them this way. Looks nice, and it looks safe, so I like it. Now moving on from the Soraz card, we've got presumably the Noelle card. I don't think it could be any other card, you guys. Whoa, no way! That is beautiful. So that's a full art First Bloom Noelle card, like a glove. Again, not sponsored. I didn't even name drop what these Perfect Fit sleeves are. But look at that. Great holo. Beautiful artwork. Just a really great card to add to the collection. I'm really happy with this. I don't watch a ton of Noelle, to be honest, but I think just purely on design, she has one of my favorite designs, and I do enjoy her when I see her in collabs and clips and stuff, so maybe I'll check out her streams more. But if you're a Noelle fan, I feel like this is a must-have. I really love how well the character is like separated from the background. Like, you can really tell in the way that the holo shines and everything. Like, the outline of her hair is so bold, but not in a way that it makes the artwork look weird. It's just really pleasing. Now let's put her in a case. Safe and sound. So that was a look at the Hololive official card game first anniversary Blooming Memories book. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're really interested in owning something like this, I'll put a link in the description down below of where you can order it from and the service that I use to get it imported. If you want to just wait and see if this eventually gets localized in English, probably a good choice, but I'm crazy and I thought this would be fun. And I'm really happy with how these look, honestly. I think even if this does come out in English, I'll obviously buy it again. But even having the Japanese cards is nice, and having one Japanese, one English, I think would be pretty cool. So I'm happy with this purchase. If I'm being honest, I think the likelihood of this getting localized is pretty high. So probably not worth $50 unless you're a really hardcore fan. I'm just a little hardcore, I guess. So I went for it, and I can use this channel as an excuse. So ultimately, my review is, I think it's a nice to have. Maybe just wait until it comes out in English. But with that said, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you want to see more stuff like this. I purposely try to keep things specific to English for fans who are just trying to get their hands on stuff that is available in a language they can read and don't want cards that they won't be able to play. But if you enjoyed this kind of thing, please let me know. Maybe I'll import more stuff. If you like what I'm doing in general, all I do is talk about Hololive and card games, and specifically the Hololive card game. So consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing that bell. It'll help the channel grow. I'd really appreciate it, but hey, no pressure. Either way, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Hi, Cameron.
Oh, fun little post-credits fun. There's this that came with my order. I don't know if this is just specific to the shop that ships it, or if this is supposed to come with the magazine. My assumption is that it's just something that they throw in as a freebie at the store that distributes the product, but I don't know what it is with Japan and like wet naps and tissues, but they hand these things out like crazy, so I don't know. But yeah, just thought I should add that in because technically it did come with the product, so I feel like it should be included in the review in some way. So I'll give this a 10 out of 10. I think it comes with 10 sheets is what that is. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Perfect. No notes.